Some women like to play it safe. They go with the flow and they usually say whatever you want, babe, to their partners. They're just happy to follow along. But then there's other kind of women, that are dominant and passionate. They would never ever say whatever you want, babe. No, it's always what they want. And they're happy to take the lead. Think Penelope Cruz in Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Did you watch that movie? She is just amazing in that movie, and it's a clear example of what's a passionate, dominant woman. How's her energy? Or, for example, Jennifer Lopez in the movie Enough. She's strong, determined, and she is not waiting for anyone to give her permission. Now, compare that to a girl who's easygoing. Just imagine asking her, where do you want to eat? And she says, whatever you want, I don't mind. Sure, that sounds nice at first, but how long before it gets boring? So let me ask you, and I want you to be honest, okay? Which one actually excites you? Is it the girl that wants to avoid conflict and lets you lead? Or is it the girl that knows what she wants, makes the call, and dares you to keep up? Which one is it? If you're still watching this, I think you already know the answer. Passionate women don't hold back. They say what they think, they set boundaries, and they call you out when you need it. Simple as that, right? Did you know that there are studies that show that confidence is one of the top 3 most attractive traits a partner can have? There's actually a study from the University of Liverpool that found that people rated confidence as one of the, most attractive things, even more than looks. And confidence from a passionate woman, it's on a different level. I'm gonna give you a scenario and I want you to pick. Imagine you mess up dinner plans. Like you have a reservation and you didn't make it on time. A girl that is like go with the flow girl, kind of girl, would say, it's fine, don't worry. We'll just grab something random and eat at home. She's not upset, but she's not really engaged either. But then a passionate girl or a dominant girl would say, no, you should do better. You should be here on time. Now get changed. I'm picking where we're going. And she just, chooses the restaurant and you just have to follow her orders. Look, there's nothing wrong with a girl that is not dominant, with a girl that is more relaxed. But if you're a man who wants a partner that likes to take the lead, right? A partner that is dominant, and you choose a girl that is not dominant, it's only a matter of time until you start wanting more, or you want her to change and be more dominant. And that's not fair. You can't just go into a relationship with someone and demand or pretend that they change for you. That's not fair. So just stop wasting time and accept that you want a dominant partner. Let me ask you something. Do you secretly like it when the girl bosses you around a little? Do you respect her more when she doesn't back down? Or do you get more like excited by her tone when she says, don't test me, or when she gets strict with you? That's passion, that's confidence. And for men like you that are wired for certain kind of dynamics in relationships, that's irresistible. Another reason why men like you find passionate women irresistible is because they know what they want very clearly. Nothing kills attraction more than indecision. Ugh. Like, I hate it when they're like, I don't know. What do you want to do? No. I would never ever say something like that. There's a survey done in 2019 that says that decisiveness is consistently ranked as one of the most respected leadership qualities, even in dating. So, I'm gonna give you a scenario and I wanna know what you pick. So imagine it's Friday night and you ask your girlfriend what she wants to do. So, The chill girl says, I don't care. Maybe a movie or dinner, whatever you want, babe. And then you have on the other side a girl that is more passionate, more intense. She knows what she wants, so she would say something like, babe, tonight I feel like having Italian food. I made reservations. We are going there in an hour, so you have 30 minutes to get ready. I already chose what you are gonna wear. So chop chop, get ready. Now, for someone like you, a man who just thrives in a relationship where the girl takes the lead, and let's be honest, you crave a girl that is dominant. So for someone like you, with the first girl, you are drained before the night even starts. And with the second, you feel relief. You don't have to guess, you don't have to plan, you don't have to do anything but follow her lead. Now, I'm curious because I have some questions for you, and I want you to be honest. Do you think that you sometimes drag your feet just so she will decide for you? That's my first question. Second, doesn't it feel better when she's decisive and confident instead of vague? Hmm? Would you rather be guided than stressed? That's the magic of passionate, dominant women. Their clarity feels like leadership, and that leadership feels like safety for you. You know, a passionate, intense girl, a dominant partner, is always gonna make you become better. She's gonna make you level up. I wanna give you another scenario, and I want you to choose which one you would go for. So let's imagine that you forgot to do the dishes. Now, a girl that is more relaxed is gonna say, it's fine, babe, I'll do them later. Don't worry. She says nothing, but inside she's annoyed. And then you have a dominant, passionate girl. She's gonna say, like, no, get up and do them now. I expect you to do better. So, what do we have here? The first girl avoids conflict, but builds resentment inside. And we have the second girl, she makes sure that you meet her standards. And then once you do, she rewards you with her approval. That's another reason why girls that are more passionate, direct, dominant make the best kind of girlfriends, right? You don't want someone avoiding conflict. You don't want someone building resentment towards you. You want someone who is clear with you. You're not a mind reader. I get that. So you want a girl that's going to tell you exactly what she thinks, what she doesn't like, what she likes, and what she expects you to do, right? Look, there's nothing wrong with a girl that is, relaxed, okay? That is not dominant. But you need to know very well what you want in your partner. You need to know what kind of relationship you want. So ask yourself these questions. Do you need a woman that keeps you in check? A woman that is constantly pushing you and motivating you to do better, to adopt certain habits? Do you respect women who raise their standards? Do you secretly like being corrected when you slack? Would you rather have a woman who demands better, or would you prefer a woman who stays quiet and, has other approach? For submissive men, her high standards aren't a burden. They are proof that she cares. So you have to decide, or you have to learn, what kind of man are you and what kind of woman you want. I just think that passionate/dominant women inspire devotion. It's like they make you want to invest, in their happiness. It's either by cooking for them, cleaning for them, making their life easier, whatever it is. There's an actually 2020 study that found that men who invested more in their partner's happiness reported higher self-esteem and lower stress. So serving her basically makes you feel better. I'm gonna give you another scenario, and I want you to choose. Imagine it's payday, and girl A says, okay, just do whatever you want with your money, I don't care. And girl B says, okay, it's payday, this is, we are gonna spend this much in bills, this much in savings, and Friday night you're taking me out. Which kind of girl do you prefer? The first girl doesn't demand anything, but she also kind of doesn't inspire anything. The second girl gives you purpose. She directs, you provide. And her happiness becomes like your reward. I had partners admit, and even subs admit, that whenever they get paid, they enjoy more treating me or their partners rather than treating themselves. It's like treating the girl that they admire, love, you know, it feels different. It feels so much better than treating themselves. Let me ask you this. Do you feel more alive, happier when you are giving to her instead of yourself? Do you get more satisfaction from knowing that you're making her life easier or that you are treating her instead of treating yourself? That's devotion, And I feel like passionate, dominant women just bring it out of you. When you choose a girl that knows what she wants, a girl that is very dominant and likes to take the lead, it's funny because you actually find freedom and relief. I'm going to give you a scenario to explain what I mean by this. And I want you to choose one of these two girls. So let's imagine that you and your partner are planning a holiday. So on one hand, you have a kind of girl that says, I don't care, we can go wherever you want. I'm cool with anything. So you have to spend hours planning, where to go, comparing flights, finding hotels, trying to guess what she would like. And then on the other hand, you have the other kind of girl that says, I want to go to, I don't know, this city. I want to stay in a hotel that is like this and that, and I want to travel on Friday. I already searched for flights. I want you to book this one. I already searched for hotels. I want you to book that one. Which kind of girl do you prefer? It's so much easier with the second kind of girl, right? The first one feels like a chore, but the second one feels like freedom. Mental freedom. You don't have to overthink. You don't have to spend hours trying to guess what she wants. It's actually amazing because it makes your life so much easier. So let me ask you, do you like it when your partner is direct and she just tells you what she wants? Do you love it when you just have to follow instead of making all of the decisions? With her passion, you gain structure. And with that structure, you finally feel free. It's a win-win. I don't like it that some men confuse passion with drama. Because real passion and being dominant is not about screaming. It's not about chaos. It's about, being just the opposite of that, actually. Studies actually show that couples who have a clear division of roles, the one leading and the other one supporting, argue less and they have more satisfaction. They feel more fulfilled in their relationship. So passion is not about control for no reason. It's about trust and clarity. Let me tell you this. It's not about drama, like I told you. It's all about confidence, clarity, devotion, demanding devotion from your partner, freedom, and high standards. So you tell me, which kind of girl do you actually choose? Is it the girl that says, I don't know, whatever you want? Or is it the woman that tells you exactly what she wants, leads, and makes you follow her lead? I hope you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what kind of girls do you like and if you agree with everything I say. And remember, not every man is built to lead. Some are meant, some are built to follow, serve, provide, and thrive under the wing of a passionate girl. See you in the next video.